Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. We're in the office today, as you can see. I'm having a bit of an admin afternoon, so I thought I would share with you all the things that I'm going to be doing to try to get my finances into a bit of a better order. I don't know about you, but they're kind of an area that occasionally I do neglect a little bit, and then every now and then I need to have a good, thorough dust off all the cobwebs, make sure everything is ticking along properly. So I thought today I would share with you the things that I'm going to be doing. Many of us are facing challenging and uncertain times at the minute, and we've also got a bit more time at home. So I thought it'd be a great idea to use some of this time productively to go over our finances. I appreciate that everybody's circumstances are going to be different, so I'm just sharing with you the things that I'm doing myself, and hopefully that will give you some tips along the way. So before we get going, if you're new here, do click subscribe. I post new videos every single week, and if you enjoy this video, then do give it a little thumbs up. So I've made myself a coffee. I've got the One Direction pencil on the go, which means I mean business, and I've even got my glasses here for full effect. So financial Mr. Carrington is here. Let's do this. I've actually got my contact lenses in, so that's not going to work. First things first, let's talk about banking. Now today I want to go through all of my direct debits just to make sure that I'm fully aware of everything that's coming in and everything that's going out. And this next part of the video has been very kindly sponsored by Starling Bank. So they reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in switching over to their business account. And I had a look at all the features of it and I thought it sounded absolutely perfect for my needs. So I have a separate business account for all of my freelance work, and I am definitely somebody who really appreciates anything that makes that side of my job a little bit easier. And this business account has some really fab perks that drew me to it and made me definitely want to move over to them. The first one being that there's no monthly fees. So many business accounts will charge you a monthly fee, but this one doesn't charge any fees on electronic transfers, domestic payments, monthly account fees, or ATM withdrawals. It's also free to use abroad, which will be fantastic for when things are back to normal. I do travel a lot with work, so it'll be really great just to be able to use the contactless card to make payments. So that's going to be so handy for any expenses when I'm away working, and I'll be able to keep track of everything in that account. So my card arrived this week. It came in this little card like that, really simple. Other than that, they are a paperless bank, so everything will be done through the app. And the app is really handy because it will give me instant notifications of everything that's coming in and everything that is going out. So I'll be able to tick off all of those invoices as and when they get paid, and I'll be notified as soon as that money hits my account. Also, if anything's going out of my account, I'll be notified immediately, so I can keep track much better of all of my spending through that account. They've got top-rated customer service. I was actually able to speak to somebody within a few minutes on their live chat on their website, and your account will be accessible through different platforms. So you have the app, but you can also access it through your laptop, which is really handy if you're wanting to have a big old admin day, a bit like today. One of their values that I absolutely love is that they care for the environment. So they are paperless and they also don't have any branches, but you can still deposit cash. You just need to go into the post office to do that. The app can give you some really handy spending analysis as well. So it will tell you exactly where you are spending your money. So you can maybe look at ways that you can set aside some cash in certain areas. And you can also set some goals as well if you are looking to save for something. As well as the business account, they also do personal accounts and they also do joint accounts, which I know are really handy for lots of people. And you can also find and pay other Starling customers by using your mobile phone, so you don't even need their bank details, which is so handy if you've been out for dinner, for example, and forgotten your wallet. The app is really secure, using fingerprint or facial recognition for added security. And for your peace of mind, all eligible deposits are protected by the FSCS up to the value of £85,000. So if you want to find out more about Starling, I'm going to leave a link to them in the description box down below so you can check them out for yourself. I'm really excited to have transferred over. I feel more organised already, and now I'm going to get cracking and go through all of my direct debits and just see exactly what I've been spending. At least since the lockdown, there's going to be no Greggs on there.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground.
Okay, so I've been through all of my direct debits. So we've got things going on like Spotify, we have Epidemic Sound, which is where I get the music for all of my YouTube videos from, Amazon Prime, Netflix. We have an Apple one for £2.49 a month. I'm not sure what that one is, so I need to check that. I think it might be for the cloud, so I probably do need that one. We also have my contact lenses, which is £13 a month, and I might investigate if there's a cheaper alternative for that one. We have Audible, which is £7.99 a month. Now I haven't been using that one so much recently. I've got a few books stacked up, so I think I might pop that one on pause. I think you're able to do that. We also have the energy bill, which is around £67 per month for the gas and electricity. That's a direct debit. Now that is one that I know the time has come up on for the cheapest tariff. So I've joined the Martin Lewis Energy Saving Club. So you can sign up to that through Money Saving Expert, and that will notify you when your energy tariffs have reached the end and there might be a cheaper one available for you. So mine has now reached its end, so I'm going to tackle that one now and just make sure that I'm getting the best possible tariff so I'm not wasting money on gas and electricity. So how this works is you put in all of your details and you tell it the current tariff that you're on. You can find that from your gas and electricity bills, and it will tell you things like how the customer service is and all that kind of stuff, so you can make a decision based on that. I think I'm going to go with this one with Eon. That's got a good deal, and that will be saving me roughly £269 per year, and there's also £25 cash back with that one as well, which will be really handy. So I'm going to switch that over now. And that is all done. So that's one thing ticked off the list. I'm glad that's out the way. That literally took me about 15 minutes. So well worth doing that one if you haven't done it already. I'll leave all the links that you need in the description box. The next thing that I want to tackle is my phone bill, my mobile phone. So the last payment I made was actually for, this shocked me, where is it? It was £74. That is actually outrageous. The reason being, I keep going over my data allowance and I have to buy bolt-ons, especially when I've been away from home prior to the lockdown. I've been away and travelling, and I find that I use the data up really quickly and I'll need to upload a video and end up having to buy a bolt-on, which is usually around £30 for the amount of additional data that I need, which really pushes the tariff up. So I'm going to get on the phone to O2, I'm going to tell them that I'm leaving them, and I'm going to see if they offer me a better deal. There's a whole guide on this, how to do this on Money Saving Expert as well, how to get the best tariff. So rather than changing provider, I do actually want to stay with them because I love the free coffees that they do on a Tuesday at Cafe Nero. So once all this is over, hopefully those will be coming back, and I like to go and work in there. Let's see how much we can get this tariff down to. I'm gonna put on my I'm in business voice now. Yeah, I'm just actually calling to terminate my contract with you. I've just been finding that I'm spending way more than I should be, and I've seen that there's some really good deals with other providers.
We'll be alright, just you and I, singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside, gonna do while we're young.
And is there any way that you could maybe do something around that price but with 50 gigabyte? You gotta understand. That is all done. I've just signed up to a new 12-month deal, and it's £20.54 a month, which is less than I was spending before, and I've got lots more data now as well. I've got 50 gigabytes of data with that, and all the minutes and text and all that business is unlimited as well. So that should do me, I hope. I'm sure there's probably even cheaper deals around, so it's definitely worth shopping around and maybe considering changing provider. I didn't really want to change provider, just wanted to do it really simple, but that literally took me 20 minutes as well. So I've saved myself some cash, and hopefully I won't be needing to buy those additional bolt-ons now. So potentially that's already saving me up to £50 a month, which really adds up. So I'm very pleased to have got those two ticked off the list. Some other things you might want to consider doing at the current time are things like looking at your mortgage deal if you have a mortgage, or maybe taking a mortgage holiday. You may also want to look at your water bill as well. So I inquired about getting a water meter. They couldn't actually install one in my property because it's a shared building, but what they did do is reduce the water bill itself. So because I wasn't able to have the water meter, they actually reduced the cost of my water every year, which was fab. Another thing to do is to check the council tax bracket that you're on. Make sure that's the correct one, that you're not spending too much money there. Now might also be a good time to check any sort of insurance policies and things like that that you may have. And especially with things like out and about, things like protecting equipment when you're out and about, maybe you don't need that anymore, so it may well be possible to cancel some of those for the time being. From what I understand, working from home isn't going to affect our home insurance policies, but maybe double check that just to be on the safe side. I've also been going through my diary and looking into any events that I had planned for this year. So I was going to be going to Brighton Pride, so I'm just on their website just seeing what the deal is, and it says that tickets will be valid for the rescheduled event in 2021. So I'm going to hang on to my tickets for them because I would absolutely love to go next year. But what I'm going to do now is cancel the hotel that I had booked and make sure I get my refund sorted out for that. So next up, I'm going to share with you a little tip of how I organise things that need to be done. So say you've had an important document arrive that needs dealing with. It might be your tax reminder, it might be a form that you need to fill out and return, or it may be some vouchers that are going to be expiring. So I've got one here for Krispy Kreme donuts. I want to make sure I use this. So what I do with anything that kind of needs to be actioned is I create my little action file. So all you need to do is find a really simple file. You can use like a lever arch one and put some plastic pockets in, or you can have like one of these ones which are the ready-made kind of display files. And I'm going to pop a label on the front. You didn't think I was going to be doing an admin video without getting the label maker out, I hope. So I'm going to call this file my action file. Should we call it that, or to do? I'm going to call it action. I feel like that's a good word to use because it basically means that everything in this file needs to be actioned. So you don't need to worry about categorizing things in this file. You don't need to be, you know, putting different things in different files. I find that if I do that, they just get filed away and forgotten about. Whereas with this file, because it's our action file, it means that anything in here needs to be dealt with. So if I need to do something, if something arrives and it's not going in the shredder or being filed away, it goes into this file and then it means that I'm going to action it. And so now this can live at my desk, and anything that does come in I can put into here. And the great thing is, as you flick through with the clear sheet, it's really easy to see exactly what's in here, and then you can remove things as you get them done. So another thing that I've done is gone around the entire house. I've gone through all the drawers, I've gone through coat pockets, I've gone down behind the sofa, and I've pulled out any loose change that has been lying around the house. These are actually really handy when the car boot sales come back. So it's always handy to have your 10p's, 20p's and 50p's ready at the car boot sale. So I'll probably pop some of this aside whenever the car boot sales do return. But these are also really handy to use at the self-service machines in the supermarket. I always just take a bit of extra change with me and pop it into the self-service machine, and that will just reduce the amount that you're going to be spending on your cards. It just kind of feels like you're spending a little bit less when you are in the supermarket. And I'll probably be spending the rest of this afternoon just going through all my invoices. So I've created a spreadsheet whereby now when I take a job on, I have the job, I have things like the details, all the contacts, when I've done it, when I've delivered it, when it's been signed off, all of that stuff, and then I have my invoicing column, which is when I've issued the invoice and when the invoice has been paid. So I always refer to that. It's going to be so much more handy now that I have got the Starling app, because that will obviously be notifying me directly to my mobile phone, so I'll be able to tick off those payments as and when they come in. But I'm going to spend a little bit of time just going through any payments. Any that haven't been paid yet, I will be chasing with a friendly email reminder. And then I'll probably call it a day for this little admin session. But I really hope you got some tips or some ideas out of it. There's so much information on the Money Saving Expert website as well, so do refer to that. I'll link it in the description box for you. There's also a whole coronavirus section on there, so if you need some help with finance and bills, if you're self-employed, if you're employed, if you want to know what your rights are, all of that kind of stuff, all of the information is on there, so I'll link that for you as well in the description box. I just want to show you something that I've seen on their website which I think is really cool. So they've got this section on free virtual tours you can do. So while we can't travel the globe, there's lots of virtual tours that are free to do online. You've got the British Museum, you've got Anne Frank's house, which I definitely want to have a good look at. I did visit that a few years ago, but I would love to revisit virtually. And there's even things like the Grand Canyon and US national parks. So I'm definitely going to spend a bit of time exploring some of these. I'm going to pop some music on and just, oh, look at this. The royal residences, including Buckingham Palace. Okay, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing after all my invoice chasing is done. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got something from it. Thank you again so much to Starling Bank for sponsoring this video. I'll leave all of their information in the description box. Give it a little thumbs up if you did enjoy it. If you'd like more videos on this kind of theme, then do feel free to let me know and I'll be very happy to do some more for you. And don't forget, you can always catch me over on Instagram. It's Mr. Carrington and Mr. Carrington Home. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.
One chance, one chance.